Hello and welcome back to Easy Daily English.
Hi everyone, we are so happy you are here with us today.
I'm Jason, your host, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Julia.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. We're so excited to have you here today because we're talking about something that's super important, how to stay focused while studying.
That's right, Julia. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Whether it's your phone buzzing, a noisy environment, or just feeling unmotivated, staying focused can feel like an uphill battle.
Exactly. Did you know, Jason, that studies show students lose about 30% of their productive time due to distractions? That's huge. But don't worry, we're here to help you fix that.
Absolutely. Today, we're going to share 6 practical tips that will help you stay focused and get the most out of your study sessions. These tips are simple, actionable, and can make a big difference in how you approach your studies.
And stick with us until the end because we've got a little bonus tip to help you stay motivated too.
So, grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's dive right into it. Julia, ready to get started?
Let's do it, Jason.
All right, let's jump into our first tip, creating a dedicated study environment. This is so important because the space you study in can directly affect how well you focus.
Absolutely, Jason. When your study area is cluttered or full of distractions, it's much harder to stay on task. Your brain associates your environment with certain activities, so having a space just for studying can put you in the right mindset.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be fancy or expensive. It could be a desk in your room, a quiet corner in your house, or even a spot in the library. The key is to make it consistent. Use the same space every time so your brain knows, this is my study zone.
And keeping it organized is equally important. Make sure your study space is clean and free of clutter. Keep only what you need, your books, notebook, a water bottle, and maybe a small plant if that makes you feel more comfortable.
Great point, Julia. Another thing to consider is eliminating distractions. If you're studying at home, let your family or roommates know you need some quiet time. And don't forget to turn off notifications on your phone or even put it in another room if possible.
That's a game changer. Also, pay attention to lighting and comfort. A well-lit space can reduce eye strain, and a good chair can help you avoid back pain during long study sessions.
Absolutely. And for those of you who may not have a lot of space, don't worry. Even setting up a small foldable table in a quiet area can work wonders. The goal is to make your environment work for you, not against you.
Exactly. So, to recap, choose a consistent space, keep it organized, eliminate distractions, and make it comfortable. These small changes can have a big impact on your ability to focus.
All right, that's tip number 1. Julia, ready to move on to... Now, let's move on to tip number 2, setting clear goals. This is a big one because if you don't know what you're aiming for, it's easy to feel lost or overwhelmed when you study.
That's so true, Jason. Imagine sitting down to study without a plan. You end up flipping through pages, maybe watching a video or two, and before you know it, an hour is gone and you've achieved nothing.
Exactly. Setting clear goals helps you stay focused and gives you a sense of purpose for each study session. For example, instead of saying, I'll study math today, you could say, I'll complete 3 algebra problems and review 1 chapter of geometry.
I love that. Goals should be specific and measurable, and it's even better if you break them into smaller tasks. That way you can check off accomplishments as you go, which keeps you motivated.
Right. Another key is to be realistic with your goals. Don't aim to finish an entire textbook in one day. It'll only lead to frustration. Instead, set goals that challenge you, but are achievable.
And here's a tip. Write your goals down. Whether it's on a piece of paper, a planner, or an app, having a visual reminder keeps you accountable and on track.
That's a great idea, Julia. And one more thing, prioritize your goals. Start with the most important or difficult task first, when your energy and focus are at their peak.
Yes, it's all about working smarter, not harder, and don't forget to reward yourself when you achieve your goals. Even something small like taking a short break or enjoying a snack can make a difference.
So, to sum up, set specific and measurable goals, break them into smaller tasks, write them down, and tackle them in order of priority. It's a simple framework, but it works wonders.
Absolutely. All right, Jason, I think our listeners are ready for the next tip.
Let's keep going. All right. Moving on to tip number 3, using time management techniques. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, especially when it comes to studying. Managing it effectively can make all the difference.
Absolutely, Jason. One of my favorite methods is the Pomodoro technique. It's simple but incredibly effective. You study for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, and then repeat. After 4 sessions, you take a longer break, say 15 to 30 minutes.
That's a fantastic technique, Julia. It works because it keeps your mind fresh and prevents burnout. Plus, knowing a break is just around the corner can help you stay focused during those 25 minutes.
Exactly. And if 25 minutes feels too short or too long, you can adjust it. Some people prefer 50 minutes of study and a 10-minute break. The key is to find what works best for you.
Another great strategy is time blocking. This involves setting aside specific times in your day for studying and sticking to them. For example, you could block 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. as your focused study time.
I like that one too. It helps you build a routine and make studying a non-negotiable part of your day. But remember, during your study blocks, focus only on studying. No multitasking.
Great point, Julia. And here's another idea. Use a timer or an app to keep track of your study sessions. This can help you stay accountable and ensure you're not spending too much time on one subject while neglecting others.
Yes, and don't forget to schedule your breaks too. Breaks aren't just a reward. They're essential for maintaining focus. During your breaks, step away from your desk, stretch, or grab a healthy snack.
So, to recap, experiment with techniques like the Pomodoro technique or time blocking, use timers to stay on track, and make sure to include breaks. Managing your time well can make studying much more productive and less stressful.
Exactly. All right, Jason, shall we dive into tip number 4?
Let's keep it going. Let's move on to tip number 4, minimizing distractions. This is a big one because distractions are one of the main reasons people struggle to stay focused while studying.
Absolutely, Jason. With smartphones, social media, and constant notifications, it's no wonder our attention spans are getting shorter. But the good news is, there are ways to take control of your environment.
Exactly. One of the easiest steps is to put your phone on silent, or, better yet, keep it in another room while you're studying. If you need it for studying, like looking something up, try apps that block social media or other distractions.
That's a great suggestion. I've also found that creating a study playlist or listening to white noise can help block out background sounds, especially if you're in a noisy environment.
Yes. And if you're studying at home, let your family or roommates know that you need some uninterrupted time. Maybe even put up a sign that says, "Study in progress. Do not disturb."
That's a clever idea. And let's not forget about digital distractions. Close unnecessary tabs on your computer and only keep what's relevant to your study session open. It's so easy to fall into a YouTube or social media rabbit hole otherwise.
Definitely. Another tip is to set specific times to check your messages or emails. That way, You're not constantly tempted to look at your phone or inbox during your study session.
Exactly. And don't forget about your internal distractions, like daydreaming or overthinking. If you catch your mind wandering, gently bring your focus back to the task at hand. Sometimes writing down distracting thoughts on a piece of paper can help clear your mind.
That's such a great point, Julia. So, to sum up, manage your phone and notifications, block out background noise, minimize digital distractions, and stay mindful of your thoughts.
Perfect. With these strategies, distractions won't stand a chance. All right, Jason, ready for tip number 5?
Let's dive in. All right. Let's talk about tip number 5, staying healthy and active. A lot of people overlook this, but your physical health plays a huge role in your ability to focus and study effectively.
Absolutely, Jason. It's hard to concentrate if you're running on junk food, no sleep, and zero exercise. Your body and mind are connected, so taking care of yourself physically can make studying much easier.
Exactly. Let's start with sleep. Getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night is essential. When you're sleep deprived, your brain just can't function at its best. You'll find it harder to concentrate, remember things, and stay motivated.
So true. And don't forget about nutrition. Eating a balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains gives your brain the fuel it needs to stay sharp. Avoid heavy, greasy foods before studying. They can make you feel sluggish.
Great point, Julia. And let's talk about staying active. Regular exercise, even just a 20-minute walk, can do wonders for your focus and mood. It gets your blood flowing and helps reduce stress, which can make studying feel less overwhelming.
Exactly. And if you're stuck at your desk for long hours, try incorporating small stretches or quick movement breaks. It keeps your energy up and prevents fatigue.
Hydration is another important factor. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. Dehydration, even mild, can affect your ability to focus and stay alert.
Good point, Jason. And don't underestimate the power of mental health. Practice mindfulness or deep breathing exercises if you're feeling stressed. Sometimes just stepping away for a few minutes to clear your mind can make all the difference.
So, to sum it up, get enough sleep, eat healthily, stay active, stay hydrated, and take care of your mental health. These small habits can have a big impact on your ability to focus and succeed.
Absolutely. When you feel good, you study better. All right, Jason, I think our listeners are ready for our final tip.
Let's do it! Now, for our final tip, staying motivated and positive. Julia, this is probably the most important tip because even with the best strategies, it's hard to stay focused if your mindset isn't right.
So true, Jason. Studying can be a long and challenging journey, and there will be days when it feels like progress is slow or non-existent. But keeping a positive attitude can make all the difference.
Exactly. One way to stay motivated is to remind yourself why you're studying in the first place. What's your ultimate goal? Maybe it's to pass an important exam, get into a great college, or land your dream job. Keeping that goal in mind can help push you through tough moments.
Yes, and don't forget to celebrate your small wins along the way. Every chapter you finish or concept you understand is a step closer to your goal. Reward yourself. It doesn't have to be big, just something that makes you feel good about your progress.
That's such a good point, Julia. Another way to stay positive is to surround yourself with supportive people. Talk to friends, family, or study groups who encourage you. Sometimes, a little pep talk or sharing your struggles can help you reset your mindset.
I completely agree. And if you're studying alone, consider using motivational quotes or videos to lift your spirits. Write a few of your favorite quotes and stick them on your study desk. They can be great reminders to keep going.
Absolutely. And don't forget about visualizing your success. Picture yourself achieving your goal, whether it's acing a test or getting that diploma. Visualization can be a powerful motivator.
That's a great tip, Jason. And let's talk about the importance of being kind to yourself. It's okay to have off days or moments of frustration. Instead of beating yourself up, take a break and come back stronger.
Yes, self-compassion is key. Remember, the path to success is rarely a straight line. It's normal to face setbacks, but what matters is how you bounce back.
And Jason, I think staying positive isn't just about focusing on the end goal. It's about enjoying the process, too. Learning is an incredible journey. Appreciate the growth, the challenges, and even the mistakes. They all shape your success.
So well said, Julia. To wrap up this tip, staying motivated and positive is about keeping your why in focus, celebrating your wins, surrounding yourself with support, and being kind to yourself. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and every step forward counts.
Exactly, Jason. And with this tip, I think our listeners are ready to take on their studies with confidence and focus.
Absolutely. All right, listeners, we've shared 6 powerful tips today to help you stay focused in your studies. Let's quickly recap before we wrap up. All right, Julia, we've covered a lot of ground today. Let's do a quick recap of the 6 tips we shared to help our listeners stay focused in their studies.